Okay, welcome to a weird one. We are going to go see Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald finally, which is fantastic. And Overlord, randomly. Overlord already came out. Never got to see it yet. It just came out. But I'm going to the movies earlier than the actual showtime of Fantastic Beasts: Crimes of Grindelwald. So, figured it's a good opportunity to go and see Overlord, since I got Kill Time anyway, because it was a toss-up between that, Beautiful Boy, A Star Is Born, or The Grinch, and, you know, all pretty solid choices, even The Grinch, I feel, even though I haven't seen it, but, you know, looking forward to it. Anyway, I'm gonna go see Overlord, because everybody's loving Overlord. J.J. Abrams, produced it, and it's just doing extremely well with critics and audiences, and people are loving it, so I'm looking forward to going to see it. It's going to be on one of the largest screens that's at the theater, which is great, and then I'm going to be watching Fantastic Beasts: Crimes of Grindelwald, as I keep saying, in IMAX. And this isn't just opening night Thursday, because if I have this up, it'll be hopefully up to you guys by Wednesday. Opening nights are usually on Thursday. Tonight, here, today, for me, is Tuesday, and we are doing a special fan event of the premiere of Crimes of Grindelwald, which is great. That's awesome. It's selling out very well, so there's going to be great amounts of audience reactions, no doubt, for this fandom. Audience reactions is another thing I do on another channel, because it's best to keep it separate, because for copyright reasons I've had that channel taken down twice for audience reactions, but we have reinstated it back up for a third time, and it's doing insanely well with a couple audience reactions for Black Panther and Avengers: Infinity War. The channel is linked in the description, like asking if you like audience reactions, in the description of all of my videos. Check it out. We're also going to do more audience reactions from the past to re-upload. That's more than just Marvel. I've also done DC, Star Wars, and non-movies, even as most recently as Bohemian Rhapsody. Got audience reactions for those. Or something like Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom eventually will be coming out. Incredibles 2, stuff like that. Deadpool, all that. It's great. It'll be coming. So check it out if you're intrigued any at all. Enough to self-promotion. This is exciting. So I'm currently watching the first Fantastic Beasts because I was going to review every Harry Potter film, and then I realized, oh yeah, that's right, when I'm working I don't have enough time, and then I completely forgot that I was seeing Crimes of Grindelwald's fan event today, because I did reserve an opening night on Thursday with my AMC A-List membership, but I had to pay for the fan event because it's not included. So I went and did both and just see like how things would work out, and I was like, okay, well, in terms of audience reactions and the number of seats being sold, I can't miss it. I can't miss this tonight, and it's just going to be great to go and see a film with fans, especially with this magnitude of a franchise like Harry Potter and the Wizarding World. It's great. I love Fantastic Beasts. I really do. I'm so happy I got to see it in theaters. I've seen about half the Harry Potter films in theaters. I saw Chamber of Secrets, Half-Blood Prince, Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2, and I saw Fantastic Beasts in theaters. I was a month late to seeing it, but I did get to see it in 3D, which was pretty good. This isn't 3D, but this is IMAX, and that's always fun. So, yeah, it's going to be a great time, man. It's exciting, and obviously I'm just excited to see the characters back because I love all the ones they've introduced. I'm excited to see new ones. Young Dumbledore, which I keep forgetting is going to happen, which is awesome, and just all the new Fantastic Beasts, which are going to be great. But I am most looking forward to seeing Niffler again because he was just like the best. And apparently we're supposed to, hopefully, my theater has them, get special pins of either the stick creature whose name I'm forgetting that hangs around Newt, I'm sorry, either him or Niffler. And personally I'm hoping for Niffler because he's just so cool. So I'm going to go finish watching Fantastic Beasts, and then we're going to head to the theater for Overlord first, for just like a brief little thing here, and as well as Fantastic Beasts: Crimes of Grindelwald. So check you back in a second.
okay. My hair got messed up because I had to take out the trash, and it is now raining. But we're gonna go really fast. We're gonna go really fast with Overlord real quick, and I'm just going to say right now, it's fantastic. It is a fantastic film all the way through. I mean, it delivered amazing action, horror. It's great. The best way to describe this film as what it is, it's sci-fi body horror / war film, and the war stuff's great. The characters are great. Like, I care about the characters. You really do care about the characters. You care about whether or not they're going to make it out. You care whether or not they get taken out. If they don't make it through a situation, if they even can. You question if they even can get through a situation, which is good, because there's actual suspense in the film. There are jump scares, and they're done right. They're done right, and that's fantastic. And Overlord is just, like, an awesome time. It's great with action, horror, character. Solid time. Like, they nailed it. They nailed it, and I'm going to leave it at that because it's just something you got to go see. Now, let's talk about Fantastic Beasts because, wow, there's a lot that actually happens in this film. How to describe the film? Let me count the ways. There's just so much. First off, I got a poster, which is drying a little bit because, like I said, it started raining at the worst possible moment. And I didn't even know I was getting a poster, but I will put the poster up on screen, which is great. And I got a little cute little Niffler pin. Look at that. That cute guy. Hang on, let me just... See that? You see him? It's adorable. And, yeah, it was a toss-up between either Niffler or Newt's little... I believe it was a Bowtruckle. His little plant guy. Because I'm sorry, I'm just like, I'm still blank on this, because Fantastic Beasts is still very fresh to me. I have not watched it a lot. I've only recently bought it on home release like a month ago, because I knew Fantastic Beasts was coming up, and I still hadn't owned it in clear quality, like I had it on DVD, like all the other Harry Potters, which I need to step up to a HD quality. But, oh my god, I watched Fantastic Beasts today, and it was great, and I watched Crimes of Grindelwald, and it's even better to me, and it's not only better than the first Fantastic Beasts, I think it's better than some of the Harry Potters, which is saying a lot, and I know like there's a lot of fans out there, wherever you stand, I don't know, I haven't really heard any like real backlash against Fantastic Beasts franchise. People thought the first one, I know, was a little slow, and yeah, I can understand that criticism. I didn't mind it. I knew they were setting up a new era in time in the Wizarding World and how it is, and setting up a certain status quo, which they continue in this, and now they can go free range with the story because they have their world reintroduced and set up. And David Yates, you killed it. You killed it once again, because you just, I don't know how, you just keep doing this. I got a refill, by the way, which is great. Creed's coming out. I hope to go see that. Opening night, that'd be great. Same night as Wreck-It Ralph. That's difficult. So, I don't know. I'll probably go see Wreck-It Ralph and then Creed at a point. I don't know. I'm going to try to figure it out. But we're sticking with Fantastic Beasts. Niffler was great in the film. There's new beasts in this film that I can't get every name. I'm sorry, but like there's a lot of great stuff. There's a lot of Harry Potter Easter eggs sprinkled throughout. If you saw any of the trailers, which should be fair game, I don't go for like TV spots or anything of that knowledge. Just from trailers, we did see that Nagini is in the film, and she is so interesting of a character. Now that when I watch the original Harry Potter films, I'm going to be thinking, there's actually a lot there, and continuing to come for Nagini, and I'm sorry you're ending up where you are in the Harry Potter franchise, honestly. Credence is back, Ezra Miller, and there's a lot that goes down with his character, which is fantastic. And you know what I really appreciated was, honestly, Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp did a fantastic job because he didn't play a huge, spectacular, over-the-top character like I thought he was going to do, and probably many others thought as well. What happened here is he was very reserved, but he said things that, honestly, even just as a normal viewer outside the Wizarding World, you understand where he's coming from, and you understand his views, and that makes for a great villain. I'm not saying he's Voldemort yet, because honestly, this film, while there is a lot that goes down as well, it does feel like a type of setup thing for things that are coming, and we do have 3 more Fantastic Beasts films to come. They did confirm there's going to be 5 in the series. We have 2 so far, so we got another trilogy to go. Next film that will make it a trilogy is coming. I don't know when, but I want it immediately. If it's coming in a couple years, that'd be great. If they could get a jump on it and release it like 1 to 2 years, like the Harry Potters they did, that would be awesome. But seriously, it was great. Newt back was great. Tina was great again, and there's some new characters, like Lita Lestrange is in it. She was an interesting character. Like I said, the continuance of Credence was great. Jude Law as Albus Dumbledore. It's interesting because he's not like he's wise. He's still young, but he's wise, and it's interesting because he's not the kind-hearted. Like, he's kind-hearted, but he's not the grandparent type feeling figure of comfort that we'll know him to be by the first couple Harry Potter films. But I do believe that this is what a young Dumbledore is. Like, all the teachers, well, yeah, of course the teachers like him, but all the students love him, and he's not the head of Hogwarts yet, I don't think. He's just a teacher he teaches Defense Against the Dark Arts, which, good to know he's still around after that, because that class tends to have a curse with people who teach it. Yeah, so he was great. The dynamic that they introduced in the trailer between Grindelwald and Dumbledore is very interesting, and when something goes down, and I'm not going to do any spoilers, but when something goes down that's a big revelation, it's really intriguing to see where that's going to go in the future of the franchise, especially knowing the relationship between Dumbledore and Grindelwald. And it's interesting. It's really interesting seeing his followers and just like the way it's so interesting because like he's like Voldemort in that he has immense amount of followers. He calls them in a certain way with something that goes into the sky, but he's like when you hear him talk and like give his speech, you understand where he's coming from. It's not just like evil, like purebloods, but he actually addresses that he doesn't care where you stand, whether you're magic or not magic, pureblood or not. He said they all have their differing values, but then he introduces something that is just true. That is just true with mankind, of our kind, especially back then in the time of war in the 20s and moving forward. And he uses that to gain followers, and that is an interesting point to, like, I feel like if you join Voldemort, you are just a sleazy, greedy person that just wants power and is just awful towards everybody. But like, if you join Grindelwald, I can't say anything, but if you join Grindelwald and you like hear out his speech, you'd kind of understand where he's coming from. It's not like because he didn't deliver it as a like better than the rest. He's displaying it as, this is how it is. Who will you stand with? And that is an interesting way to go about it. And he doesn't do an immense amount of like action in fighting Grindelwald. I'm sure that will come later in line. I mean, that didn't really happen with Voldemort much. You'll get like 1 or 2 scenes. The opening alone was fantastic, and my theater was full of fans, man. Like, you saw, I was lining up with them. Fantastic time. It was just insane. I didn't have a lot of time to record because I just got there right before Overlord, so what I got, and it was a fun time, man. I am not only so happy that I saw Fantastic Beasts in IMAX, which was a great experience to see it on that big screen, but I am also going to be going back to see it with my dad in Dolby Cinema, because I would have seen it with my dad anyway, but he wasn't able to go tonight, and I had to go to the fan event in terms of audience reactions, which I've told you about in the description. This was just such a fun time, and I loved it. I love this movie, man. It's just, I can't wait to see it again. I can't wait to own it, and I think that's just pretty good. Okay, also, I didn't touch on some of the other characters, like Queenie. Queenie is fantastic. Interesting points in where her character goes, and Jacob's back, and Kowalski, he's just, dude, like, almost everything he has on screen is, like, it's so funny, and you love his character even more than you already do, which you already love him a lot because he's who he is and he's awesome. But then stuff goes down, man. Like, stuff goes down in this film, and I can't say what because that is too spoilery. And there's like a lot of like really like there's some messed up stuff that happens too that one of the characters does, and it just really like makes you feel very uncomfortable, and it really invokes your emotion. It ties into something that happened earlier, as reveals would go, and it's wow. Like, seriously. I didn't think something as dark as that would go into the Harry Potter franchise. I mean, I know, like, a lot of stuff goes down in the Harry Potter franchise, but, like, there's some moments that just make you feel really uncomfortable, and just, like, I would have never expected to see it. And I'm sure if you've seen the film, you'll know what I'm talking about. But, like, I'm just going to leave it at that. Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald is a fantastic film. Will it make my top 10 films of the year? Maybe. It's actually really likely it does. But we have a whole nother month of movie. Like, there's a lot of December releases coming. I mean, my God, Into the Spider-Verse and Aquaman are still coming. Oh my God, Ralph Breaks the Internet, Creed 2, so many films. I love film, I love it, and it was just a coincidence, by the way, that I am dressed as Harry Potter, in a way. Like, this was complete accident. I just threw this on. I'm wearing beige shorts right now, and this color shirt, and glasses, and this is the exact same color set that Harry wore in Chamber of Secrets. You know, the scene where he's like writing in Tom Riddle's diary and gets sucked in. That was an accident, I swear. I did not plan that, but, you know, happy accident. That's perfect. A lot of people went dressed up in robes and stuff, which was really cool, so fun time, man. Fun time. I love fan events, and I'm glad I actually have a paying job now, even though it takes me away from making as much videos as I used to. I can afford to do stuff like this now. Like, more so than I already was, and it's fantastic, and I'm happy to do it. So, that being said, guys, what did you think if you did see Crimes of Grindelwald or Overlord? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this review, you want to see more, vloggage of things around the theater, check out the older ones and stuff, especially the earlier ones, see how young and naive I was about liking most of everything and how I'm now souring and becoming a critic. You want to see all that, click the like button, subscribe if you're not already, and that being said, I hope you have a great day. May the Force be with you always.